never sleeps. Spit some hot fire at me, Peter.
Man, the intros just keep getting better and better. Hey everyone, thanks for joining our July AMA, and thanks to everyone for your patience and understanding. For the last few weeks, we were navigating the centralized exchange listings. We are super excited now to be listed on Gate.io, which means Sauce is now available on 3 leading centralized exchanges: MEXC, BitGet, and Gate.io. And that really broadens access to the ecosystem. So it's been a major win. Thanks again for everyone's patience there. As just a quick update before we jump in, I did also want to mention that we are currently finishing our testnet round of quality control for Sauce on-chain token-weighted voting, aka governance, and we're excited to begin mainnet testing on Monday of this week. So this means a production release is just around the corner, likely happening before next month's AMA. We're really excited to bring the technology we developed to the network. It is we're pretty proud of it. It's a one-of-a-kind framework that takes advantage of the Hedera consensus service. The throughput is incredible, and we're really excited to offer that as a feature on saucerswap. And that, just so everyone has context for what that is, it will allow all Sauce and XSauce holders to create proposals and vote on them with their tokens. So really a major step forward for token utility. Additionally, we do have some updates to our Wallet Connect deployment. We upgraded to the most recent version and have plans in the next couple of weeks here to further consolidate our use of Hash Connect and Wallet Connect, and that will make for a more reliable and streamlined wallet connection architecture. A lot of that is going to be kind of invisible to the user, but we will resolve a bunch of kind of just outstanding issues with, if you have your wallet connected and go away from the site and come back, and then there's some issues with the connection. This should hopefully solve that. So should just make it more reliable. Additionally, as more developments are made to Wallet Connect on Hedera, we will be able to just stay on top of it. We won't have to manage multiple versions of Hash Connect and Wallet Connect and whatnot. So that'll make it even easier to get started for users on saucerswap. We'll always offer the newest and the best way to connect wallets to saucerswap. One other thing we did want to mention is that since the last AMA, we have had several meetings with some heavy hitters in the world of RWAs. We are looking forward to realizing the previously mentioned vision of incorporating RWAs on saucerswap. We think this is an incredibly strong narrative and really one of the next big phases to unlock for Hedera DeFi's growth. We'll look into unlocking institutional capital, or I should say, we'll be able to unlock institutional capital through RWAs and various tokenized assets on Hedera. And I think this will be a paradigm shift for the network and, by extension, the DeFi ecosystem. So we just wanted to let you know that the wheels are turning. We've had some productive meetings with a few different projects since the last AMA, so we just wanted to share our excitement with you on that topic. So that is a brief overview. We will have a development update coming out soon. We've been working on more, but a lot of it's technical. So we'll put out a development update with all the details, but did want to just start off by addressing centralized exchanges, on-chain governance, the current state of wallet connection functionality, and RWAs before jumping into the AMA. So with that introduction completed, we can now address some of your questions submitted for this week.
Thank you so much for that update, Peter. So starting us off is from an anonymous user. When Harry met Larry, powered by saucerswap, Karate Combat is now starting to go mainstream. saucerswap has already done some great advertising with them, but are there plans to do more?
Yeah, first of all, we could not be more happy to see the success that Karate Combat has had. They are one of our strong partners and good friends on the network, and we've had a great relationship working with them, being featured on the mat in the last several events. as well as running some video promotions in the interstitials. I would say over time, our relationship has just gotten stronger. We don't see any end in sight for our opportunity to work together with them on marketing. So yeah, please show your support for Karate Combat. They are really doing some great work, making a name for not only themselves, but Hedera in the process. So again, we've had a great relationship with them so far, and look forward to continuing to work with them.
Yeah, so when Joe Rogan shout out on that one's my big question. Anonymous comments, then questions. saucerswap has been evolving. What exciting new features or functionalities can we expect on the platform in the coming months?
We have several features in the pipeline. So the first major one, as mentioned in the introduction, is on-chain governance, which is coming up here in the next few weeks, again, likely before the next AMA. We also have the opportunity to finally come around to phase 2 and phase 3 of single-sided sauce staking, which is, of course, a highly anticipated feature. It is asked about in every AMA without fail. So we will be able to revisit that, which I'm sure will be much appreciated by many people in the community. We also have a significant redesign of the website that further aims to improve its user experience and ease of use. That is scheduled for some time after governance. I will just add a caveat there. It's still in the design phase and not development, so just to manage expectations there on the timeline. Additionally, we have a solution to further sustainability considerations for after all the sauce is vested and circulating. For those who have been around for a bit, you know that we went through a tokenomics version 2 update before the launch of saucerswap version 2, and that was really aligned with sustainability considerations. So, you know, once a DEX's token is fully circulating, that's kind of the make it or break it moment for many DEXs. You want to be able to maintain yields, otherwise liquidity will just exit. And we want to also have enough funds for operations. So ideally, that happens long before token emissions are complete, and we have made some great progress towards this goal. So you can kind of think of reaching the sustainability as you know, the equivalent of takeoff speed on a runway. You basically need to have the necessary activity and token velocity and mechanisms in place in order to take off. So that's been a major focus for us ever since our launch in 2022. We have made excellent progress towards that goal. It is, however, still a guiding star for us. We're never really not thinking about it. We know that we have to get there. And we do have another development plan for this that will actually be released sooner than you might think, which will be a big step in the right direction. I just want to say, remember that our focus, there's been some conversation around this on X and in Discord. I just want to say, remember our focus is not on churning out kind of short-term features like token burns just to catch a buzz or create hype. What we're focused on is sustainable development and really the long-term prognosis for the platform. So that's just one way to introduce that this development is coming probably in the next few weeks here. I think it will be well received, but that gives some insight into some of the things we're working on.
Thanks for those insights, Peter. This next question is also for you. What can be done to advertise SaucerSwap outside of the Hedera ecosystem?
Historically, our best periods of growth, pretty much if you look at any metric, whether it's social engagement, liquidity, volume, unique active wallets, mentions on different social media, impressions from our own posts, etc., came from times when users were going out of their own volition to post about SaucerSwap and Hedera DeFi. So going back to December of 2023 and January of this year, we saw a record number of posts about SaucerSwap and Hedera, and hand in hand, we saw pretty much all of our major KPIs increase proportionally. So what I would like to say is that, yes, SaucerSwap Labs posting content is very important, but what's equally, if not more important, is an active and engaged community. So on our end, we will do our part to announce all developments, keep everyone in the loop, focus on sustainability and creating the best protocol possible, and communicate all developments and maximize our reach as much as possible. And if you are looking for a way to help, posting in Telegram groups you're a part of is very effective. Making content on YouTube is effective. Even reposting or commenting on our posts on X is effective. Really, anything that seems right to you is a proven way to grow the SaucersSwap platform and ecosystem and directly contribute to its success.
Thanks for that, Peter. And third time's a charm. This next one is also for you. It's from an anonymous user. Congratulations, SaucersSwap, for the recent Tier 1 listing. Can we expect any more Tier 1 listings for the month of July? And another follow-up question to that is, are USA-based Tier 1 central exchanges like Uphold and Coinbase harder to get listed on compared to overseas exchanges like Gate.io and BitGet?
Thanks. And yeah, it has been a whirlwind working through these applications and all of the procedures these exchanges have in place. They are quite extensive. Getting the Hedera token service integrated on some highly regarded exchanges has been an effort, and it has been a major success. So working together with Hashpack has been very fruitful in this regard. And this is really setting us up for success. And when I say us, I mean the Hedera ecosystem. So to manage expectations about further centralized exchanges, I do want to mention that we are still pursuing additional listings as an ongoing objective, but there will not be another Tier 1 listing in July. And now that we've had success in broadening our listings to MEXC, BitGet, and now Gate.io, we will be spending comparatively more time on internal development rather than pushing as hard on exchange listings. This does not mean that it's all done. I just want to gently manage expectations and remind everyone that there are more ways to grow the project than just listings. And again, what we value the most is a sustainable and multifaceted approach to scaling SaucerSwap and overall platform growth. Just to quickly address the second part of the question around whether it's harder to get listed or easier to get listed on overseas exchanges, and just kind of the regionality of it. Recall that SaucerSwap Labs is a US-based LLC. I don't think regions have too much to do with the difficulty in listing. I think it's just an exchange-specific thing.
Yeah, absolutely. And there was a lot of work that went into getting the Gate.io. So I'm happy with what we have there. H. Barbara has a question. One of my favorite community members. H. Barbara says, it's been a few weeks of the H Bar Foundation Spring Incentives campaign. How has the KPIs like trading volume and TVL changed since the campaign started?
Yeah, hey everyone. Great to be here. So for context, the H Bar Foundation's Spring Incentives campaign involves various projects within the Hedera ecosystem. So one of which being SaucerSwap. And our campaign, which began on June 3rd, is broken down into 3 initiatives with varying allocations. So there's 21 million HBAR in liquidity mining rewards, and these are distributed across both V1 yield farms and V2 Larry campaigns. There's 250,000 HBAR to the Discord faucet, and approximately 1.8 million HBAR in volume-based rebates on transactions. So in terms of KPIs, we track TVL, active accounts, and trading volume primarily, and all of which have experienced a decline that's consistent with the broader crypto market volatility in recent months. Other KPIs we track include the weekly faucet users and transactions, which are over 33.5 thousand K and 3.5K respectively. And finally, we track the allocation of rewards to liquidity pools across both V1 and V2 to ensure incentives are aligned between the protocol and users. So overall, the campaign hasn't produced the results we would otherwise hope for in a better market. This is simply the reality of crypto and equity markets in general. With that said, user retention on saucerswap has remained stable. Plus, the advent of a permissionless and on-chain governance, it will better guide protocol development and alignment of incentives through collective decision making. As Peter had mentioned, through token-weighted voting, so sauce and XSauce.
Thanks for that, Hashburglar. This next question is also for you and is from Despiritan. The original question was in Spanish, but I'll translate to English. On the stake page, there is stage 2 and 3. Are you not interested in working on this? And is there any purpose to holding the Plonk Epoch NFTs?
Yeah, so this question was addressed in the previous AMA. So to reiterate, stages 2 and 3 of single-sided staking, so namely community pools and NFT staking, it will be prioritized soon after the release of on-chain governance. And the Plunkypot collectible NFTs are currently used to participate in a form of proto-governance, wherein users gain access to a gated Discord channel and can vote on governance proposals. So these include V2 pool creation, the addition of Larry campaigns, yield farm creation, and more. So the Plunkypot collectible NFTs will also be used to mint Saucelings NFTs, and these tie into stage 3 of the single-sided staking.
I think the NFT revolution is upon us. Here's to hoping, anyways. All right. Anonymous asks, does SaucerSwap have any opinions on what's been happening at the HBAR Foundation?
So we would not, say anything publicly in regards to kind of like a statement about the HBAR Foundation, besides the fact that we do have an ongoing grant from them to support liquidity growth on Hedera and SaucerSwap. We have been very grateful for their support, and we have been working closely with them, especially in the last few weeks. So that's what we'll say.
Cool. This next question is for Joseph, or aka Hashburglar. It's from Anonymous. Would it be possible to receive email notifications from SaucerSwap when certain actions happen, like staking, unstaking, staking allowance has deposited, etc.?
Yeah, no, great question. So we actually integrated Safari recently, and this tracks on-chain data at the protocol and account level. So it opens the possibility to like real-time notifications for events that you had mentioned. And in addition, events such as like price volatility, changes in APR, the creation or adjustment to yield farms, and Larry campaigns, and more. So these notifications could be configured via webhooks or sent directly via like SMS or email. Another company we work closely with is LedgerWorks, which offers, they have similar offerings. So this is all to say, streamlining trading and liquidity management through notifications and more in-depth analytics is conducive to a good UX and thus remains a high priority for the team.
I did want to just jump in here as well. Safari, that's Safari with a Y. We did not integrate the browser Safari.
So Safari. All right. Thanks for that, Peter. Next question. Uniswap has just launched a wallet. Could SaucerSwap do the same?
Where's my thanks, ABFD? No, but so we currently have no plans to build a wallet. Given that Hashtrack offers, I would say, arguably the best user experience in crypto in terms of wallets. Plus, they have integrated many features of SaucerSwap in their wallet.
Good to know, Joseph. So when Sauce is listed on a central exchange, are the tokens provided to them? If so, what is the amount of tokens?
Yeah, so generally it's a combination of, in our case, sauce and also stable coins. So these would come from the treasury and are provided to the centralized exchanges for listing. So this is per industry standards. These tokens cover listing fees. These include like the technical overhead of integrating, marketing, and liquidity for market making. So the cost varies significantly between exchanges. And I don't think I'm at liberty to disclose the details in terms of like how much it costs. However, I will say that sex listings are a significant but necessary expense for a project to gain visibility and thus attract more users and liquidity.
You're right. Sex listings are a significant but necessary expense. Next question is, what was the reasoning behind creating only 1 billion saucerswap tokens max supply compared to other dexes, which typically range between 30 to 50 billion?
So the number of tokens issued, it's quite arbitrary since they are divisible. So in the case of sauce, this divisibility goes to 6 decimal places. If a token has a larger supply, the price per token may be low relative to the market cap. So like the price per token times the supply. And I will say it is more common for DeFi projects to have a supply in the range of 1 billion rather than 30 to 50 billion. As far as I know, HBAR Suite on Hedera is an example of the latter case. And I guess lastly, what makes the tokenomics model work are the allocation of tokens, the vesting period, incentive structures, and token utility. So again, the supply itself is quite arbitrary.
Thanks for that insight, Joseph. Oh, there's another question for you too. H Suite will be offering community nodes in the near future and has started burning their tokens. Could SaucerSwap offer the same?
So the saucerswap protocol is quite different from HBAR Suite outside of the core AMM functionality. It doesn't require its own nodes to function, and instead it's is based on the Hedera smart contract and token services. I will note that we do run a validator for Hashport, and we are interested in standing up a Hedera community node once Worlds introduces this feature to the network.
Great, thanks for the explanation. So that pretty much summarizes our AMA today. Great questions today. So for those that have missed some information, we have an AMA channel in our Discord with the recordings. So feel free to check those out. And before we sign off, the team would like to announce a Dog Star Award. So for those that are new to our community, Dog Star Awards are given to users who have made a positive impact on the SaucerSwap community or just the Hedera community in general. And today's award goes to Maurice, aka Metalbook. So thanks, man. Thanks for sharing our content and keep up the Twitter engagement. Please submit a support ticket to claim your prize. And with that, friends, have a great rest of your weekend.
Thank you, Pineapple. Super awesome stuff all around. Congratulations, Maurice Metamuk. I just hope everybody takes the bull by its horns and makes it to Maketville. Have a good night, everyone, and see y'all in about a month.
Thanks, everyone. Have a great weekend.
Yeah, see you guys.